Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. First, everyone should notice I'm not in my blazer, my suit. It actually needs to be dry cleaned, but I believe I can dress in whatever I want for these reviews. However, since I have talked about The Dark Knight, arguably one of the best Batman movies ever, I get to talk about another Batman movie, which isn't, and it's Batman vs. Superman! Yay! Ugh. Okay, this movie, Batman and Superman had never had an on-screen meeting before. How did this happen? But Batman vs. Superman, I remember going to this movie with a very close friend of mine. I went to see it opening night, packed theater. It was packed. There were kids in this theater in Batman costumes with makeup and masks and armor and batarangs. Some kids actually took felt and made Batman batarangs and brought them and were throwing them at each other. And it was amazing to see all the hype that went into this movie. And I saw Man of Steel, arguably the movie just before this, and I remember not minding it. Henry Cavill's performance as Superman was very good, and I admire his performance. And first of all, spoilers for this movie. This movie has been out in the public, in the media, for quite some time. My thought is, anyone that wants to see this movie has seen this mess. And if you want to see it, go watch it and then come back and we can have a wonderful talk about this movie. What happened? I don't know if this movie had a bunch of different directors. I don't know if it had a bunch of different casting directors. I don't know. But the first problem that I knew was going to happen with this movie was when I saw that Jesse Eisenberg was going to play Lex Luthor. Okay, he plays a character named Blue in an animated movie called Rio, which is one of the most annoying movies I'd seen in recent years up until that point when this movie was being released. And when I heard that this guy that had voiced a blue macaw bird was going to play basically the main villain in a Batman movie, let alone a serious, dark Batman movie, I immediately had some problems, and I was about to rage online in every group known to everybody about how much I was not looking forward to this movie, in any sense. But I wanted to have an open mind, because Henry Cavill, who I hadn't minded in Man of Steel, was back, and Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, which I was very lenient towards. He was a terrible Daredevil. I'm sorry, Ben Affleck. I don't think many people enjoyed your Daredevil performance, but I was enthused about seeing him in a role like this. I saw some of the videos where he was training, where he was rehearsing, and it looked promising. And this whole movie's a mess. From the very beginning, Lex Luthor, he's the main problem. They made Lex Luthor look like a combination of the Riddler and the Joker. He's spending the whole movie basically talking like, tick tock, when's it gonna run out? Oh boy, And he's doing this the whole movie. Oh, Clark Kent meets Batman. Oh, strong grip. He would not want to pick a fight with this person. Oh, he spends his time just messing with people. And he wants Batman to fight Superman. He's got some kind of a god complex in him, and he wants to prove to the world that Superman is just a man. And he turns Batman against Superman really in not that great of a way. First, I'm going to talk about some of the things I liked in this movie. I liked when the movie opens. It basically ends with the beginning of Man of Steel. Like, ends with the end of Man of Steel. So Bruce Wayne is there to witness all the destruction the fight between Superman and General Zod at the end of Man of Steel does. And it turns out one of the buildings that's wrecked is one of his. And a lot of his employees, a lot of his friends are killed. So he has this connection. But it's never brought up again. When Batman and Superman are later fighting in this movie, you would think Batman would say, "You killed my friends," or, something like that. But it's never brought up. It's just the two of them are fighting, and Batman thinks, well, this is a guy that might cause the end of the world. We need to destroy him. And I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I do. He did a fine job as Batman. He was fine. The Batman that's been Batman for a while and doesn't really care about his no guns or no killing policy anymore and has a flippin' turret on the front of his Batmobile firing bullets. He kills some people in this movie. Make no mistake, Batman kills some people in this movie. But it's not enough to save it. Clark Kent and his girlfriend, their relationship is likable. It's not the sappy romance you get in most romance movies. But it's not enough to save the movie. I like that there's no General Zod. They didn't find a way to reincarnate him. You could argue that they kind of did with Doomsday. Is it Doomsday? That creature does not seem like Doomsday. He looks like just a computer thing. And it's okay. I mean, the fight between Batman and Superman is nice to watch. All the years of seeing comics and animated portrayals of Batman and Superman fighting, it's nice to see. And I do enjoy the soundtrack. As always, with most action movies, I at least can find enjoyment in the soundtrack. It's very well done. I can find enjoyment in the fact that the movie looks good. The movie looks good, but if it's filmed correctly, even a pile of crap can look nice. So that's not enough to save the movie either. This movie was a mess. It really seems like it was directed by maybe 8 different people and it was written by about the same number. Lex Luthor seems like a Riddler. He spends the whole movie just rambling on like he's a Riddler. He even sends, like, envelopes and newspapers and things to Bruce Wayne's house with blood-written notes all over it, like he's a Riddler or a Joker character, not Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor in the comics is this maniacal, smart businessman. Here he's a trickster that just acts like he's spending the whole movie half drunk or just with some kind of an insane complex of some kind. And I really don't like Batman vs. Superman. The extended cut, if you're gonna see this movie, the extended cut saves it. But really the extended cut, it just adds extra language, it adds extra violence, it adds a couple extra scenes that just fill in a couple gaps, but it's not enough really to save this movie. This movie gets a 5 out of 10. You can watch it and you can say, well, this was done well. It just was poorly executed, and it really should have been better with the type of team that was making it, the cast, the entire workaround of how this movie was made. It was supposed to be amazing, but it just came out as a mess. It's really disappointing. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel. You all are fantastic. Thank you very much. You have a great day. Take care. Have a go at the comments below. Let me know what you think of this movie and what you might want me to review next. Thank you as always. Take care. Have a great day.